Welcome to TBR Together. I'm Megan. You're Jake.
This is episode 10.
I was getting there.
I just assumed you weren't going to say the number. I didn't know if you remembered.
I didn't remember the number, but I was going to say this is episode and then just look at you.
So there you go.
There you go.
You needed that.
I did. So what are you reading this week? Besides
the same thing you are.
Well, I didn't know if you were dabbling in anything else.
No. I've taken no time to read or listen to anything else. It was all Bodyguard all the time.
I did finish my Heart for Christmas book.
Your advent calendar, yeah.
Yeah, my advent calendar book. And I can confidently say this is the first romance book I've ever read where I finished and was like, there's no way these two make it. Like, I was not satisfied.
That's the first time ever. Legitimately, the first time you've ever said that.
And like confidently thought there's not even a chance that they would end up together. Yes.
Okay.
I don't think there were a couple couples that I was like, I don't think this would have panned out in reality.
Yeah.
In the sense of like the things that they did to end up together. Like people just don't do those things is more like the unrealistic part of those romance books. But like everything in this book was very realistic. And I'm just like, there's no way with these personalities and this health concern that they make it at all.
Did you look up with the original translation how it ended?
No, I feel like it probably ended like this because it didn't feel like a romance. It just felt, I mean, I guess it did feel kind of.
Yeah, but like you said, it's a romance here, so they ended up together.
Yeah.
But didn't you say it was
a fiction?
It's listed as fiction in France. So that's why I asked if you looked up the translation for the real ending of the story from France, because
yeah, I don't know.
Maybe they just broke up and said that this is done because you hated how it was just like, all right, here we are.
Yeah, it just ended them together on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Staring lovingly into each other's eyes, not addressing the fact that she lives 2 hours away. And as soon as this snowstorm is over, she's going home. That she has a heart transplant, is going to have to get a new one in 10 years.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
No,
so they probably changed something just to be like, get it to the American markets. The United States needs this. In these troubling times, can I offer you this 24 section of book?
Maybe. Yeah. It was fun to read a little bit every day. I will say I did not take the suggestion for the letter opener seriously, and I did rip some of my pages, which I don't love. But like it said to have a letter opener to open up the edges.
They were perforated, weren't they? Why would you need a letter opener? How could you rip the pages? Were they connected?
I was like, when I went to rip the perforated, it like ripped into the page a little bit. Yeah. Because each page was connected together as well as the ends.
Oh, so okay. So the pages were connected to the perforated part.
No, each page inside of the perforated part was perforated together.
Oh, that's really stupid.
So like
they should have just put the perforated part a little bit longer on the outside so you could just tear it down.
Yeah, because sometimes I would get all of the outside and then I would go to turn a page and it was still stuck together, so I'd have to go in
that's really stupid.
So I ripped some of my pages, which I didn't
really
love.
Dumb idea. Change it.
Yeah.
That's $1 billion idea right there.
Yeah, so but it was cute. I
liked making the pages smaller.
It's not like it was a super, like they could have made it a little wider. I've had books that are wider than that. There's no reason that
they could have just made the outer shell an 1/16, eighth of an inch longer.
Yeah.
And kept all the regular pages the same size. It could have just been like those, I think they call them dabbled edges, the ones that look like old-timey paper.
Oh, yeah.
Could have just been like that, essentially.
Yeah, it could have.
It wouldn't have been that difficult, I feel like.
And it would have looked really cool.
Yeah, because they were blue or purple on the inside, weren't they?
Blue. So it would have looked really cool once you opened up all your pages, too. It wasn't super strong paper, though, either. I feel like you have to have like strong paper. It'll curl in on itself. Because I don't know. But I finished that. I'm halfway through my Windy City series book, caught up. This one's caught
Which
up.
one is that? Is that
This
the
is the
first, the
nanny.
second,
This is
third?
the third. This is the third. This is about Kai. The next book is about his brother.
So this is, what one were you reading last week? Were you still on this one?
Yeah, I was still this one. I haven't read
so
that
this
much.
is still the one banging the nanny.
Yeah, and they have officially started
banging. Officially started banging.
No, they haven't.
Oh,
they haven't banged it out yet. It
boned.
was boned. They have just kissed very intensely a couple times. She is baking for him, which is somebody whose love language is baking. Feels very intimate. So that's where we're at. They're both in love with each other. Her dad, who is the coach, has basically admitted to Kai, the baseball player, that he set this all up in hopes that Kai would, in fact, beg her to stay so that Monty, the dad, did not have to. So Brooke did tell me, though, that Monty's going to get his own story.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a part of the Windy City series because you're not going to see all the other athletes in it. It's going to be about Monty. And that was really jarring for me. I knew it said he was 45 in the beginning of the book, which is not very old at all. But like in my mind, he's like 72. So I'm like, I'm going to really have to fix that mental image because he's only a couple years older than Kai. That's part of the reason they are so close.
Is this the manager?
Yeah. And there's going to be a new owner that comes in, I guess, in the next book that he hates, that is going to shake things up. She is the daughter of the former owner who passes away, and she comes in and takes over the team, and then her and Monty fight a lot, and that's supposed to be the romance book, enemies to lovers. So I think it'll be cute because I know how much of a force his daughter is, so I'm interested to see. He's a real supporter of women as a NBL baseball coach. So we'll see. I'm excited. I do question sometimes if these recipes are real, though, because we discussed this that
Have
way.
you tried?
I have not. But Miller put vanilla pudding, instant vanilla pudding, so the powder, not the actual pudding, the powder part, into banana bread. And they said it was the best thing they've ever eaten.
What's wrong with putting the pudding in there?
I've literally never heard of that. I have
have you heard of every baking idea ever in your life?
No, but as somebody who makes a lot of banana bread, and I've looked at a lot of recipes.
You've made a lot of scones. Have you seen every single scone recipe? No.
Not every single scone recipe, but I feel like I've seen a lot of. It's not like cooking. You can't just throw things in. Like baking requires a lot of precise. Not going to end up well.
It's vanilla pudding powder.
Yes, but it's powder, which means it would be a part of your dry ingredients, which means you're gonna have to counteract that moisture-wise somehow.
Did she?
I don't know. They didn't give me the exact recipe.
Maybe she did then.
Maybe she did. But
it's a book about fucking.
I understand that.
You don't get your banana bread recipes from books about fucking.
Maybe we should. Maybe that's what we're missing as a country.
Maybe not.
You get recipes in those murder books.
I don't know what that means.
There's I can't think of one, but it'd be a title like The Cupcake Killer, and it takes place in a bakery. And every chapter, every 5 chapters, you get a new recipe that goes along with the story that you're reading. They're like cozy murders. And there's recipes in all of
Is that a book about fucking?
No, it's a book about murder, which honestly.
What did you say previously before the word mortar?
Murder? No.
Mm-hmm. What did you say?
I said no. It's a book about murder.
No. Sentence before that.
Roll it back. I don't know.
You said it's a cozy murder.
Yeah.
So that doesn't count for shit. Because they're not doing murders in front of you.
Yeah, I guess.
Murders are happening in between the folds of the pages. In the
That's a
folds.
very vivid way to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's not a book about fucking. It's not a book about killing. You can get your recipes from there.
Well, the author did post Miller's M&M cookies on Instagram, and I might try to make those.
Mm.
So we'll see if they turn
So
out.
they're the author's M&M
I don't know.
cookies.
Well, sometimes I wonder because before
They can't be a fictional character's
well, yeah,
recipe.
inspired by Miller, I think is what the quote read. But before I was like, I wouldn't trust an author to tell me how to bake. They write. And
Until
then
that one chick.
Abby Jimenez
That
comes
one.
on the scene. She's won Cupcake Wars like 4 times.
4 times.
Yeah, she won like regular Cupcake Wars. She won like a holiday one. I'm pretty sure she won like a champions, like all-star one. She owns her own bakery. She ties in all of her desserts into her book. I do enjoy that she shamelessly plugs her bakery in every single one of her novels. And I don't mean just like, oh, we went to Nadia Cakes. Like the characters say things to the extent of don't get me that other shitty bakery stuff. You get Nadia Cakes or nothing. Like they're aggressive about it.
Yeah. Speaking of winning a contest multiple times in a row,
We should talk about our new book.
We're reading a story called The Bodyguard.
Yes, we
by,
are.
what the fuck's her name? Katherine Center. Katherine Center.
Yes.
I believe this is definitely my first one.
Yeah, this
it's
is
yours
mine.
as well.
Yeah,
yes, because you said yesterday that you were worried that it was going to be her best book and you were reading it first because we have 2 others of hers on the shelf.
Yes.
Yes.
And that is still a real fear that I have.
Yes. So this is the first week of us doing our new format. We somehow ended up on the same exact chapter, starting right at the fuck was that word?
Moving past it, let's just go. It's a Taylor Swift reference, so you just move
terrible.
past it.
So we're on the same chapter. We both got to chapter 23.
And we're both like 2 minutes in or something like that.
I'm like 8 words in.
I
stopped as soon as because he fell asleep. I just stood up. So we have
notes,
which is it's backwards from what I feel like I thought originally. The FMC,
female main character,
is the bodyguard versus the MMC,
main male character,
being the
male main character,
being the fella that needs bodyguarded.
Yeah, that I do feel like that was probably on the back of the book, but we don't read those.
Never seen the back of a book before in my life. So speaking of winning multiple things, well, I just want to say it. It was the funniest part that I saw originally. Jack Stapleton, who is the MMC, that's his name, Jack Stapleton. He's a very, 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 very famous actor in this world. He won, which I didn't catch until you said something that it was only in Texas.
Yeah,
I thought it was the main one. He won Sexiest Man Alive 2-time back-to-back.
2-time back-to-back Sexiest Man Alive in Texas.
And I thought that was the funniest thing. I wrote down, holy shit, must literally be the hottest man alive. And then I remembered that it's in the movie going to be Jared Padalecki, and I was kind of like, yeah, that's close, I guess.
Yeah.
If it were Jensen Ackles, then he would probably have won it 4-time back-to-back.
Probably. I keep picturing, because there's, for those of you that don't know anything about this book, which we didn't know anything about this book.
I knew there was a movie.
I knew there was a movie. And this is my problem with movies. I don't know what I would picture these characters as without, but like I've pictured the female main character as Leighton Meester.
Yeah.
But like this is going to be a really niche reference, but like single parents Leighton Meester, where she's like a hot mess all the time.
Yeah.
Like that's how I picture her, because she's very confident at her job.
And then Jack is Taran Killam from Single Parents. Doesn't know which one Taran Killam is.
I don't know. Was that the guy that she's like with in Single Parents?
Back to our regularly scheduled programming. When I look at the cover of the book, the one that's on Libby that for I have, it looks like Nathan Archibald from Gossip Girl.
It does kind of look
From
like
the
Nate.
side,
Yeah,
and
it
that
does.
just is like because I know he's supposed to be this. He's been out of the public eye for a few years, so he's like disheveled, no haircut sort of thing. But it's like, how's dude
He's
gonna end up with this 2007 bowl random bullshit haircut? Like he's not.
he's living in North Dakota. They don't have
His
a hair
his
salon, I
hair's
guess.
not gonna turn out that way.
No. I hope it's like
Nobody's hair does that unless they style it like that.
yeah. Well, we haven't got to the point in the book. Maybe he has to dress like maybe they'll specifically be in those outfits later.
But you think he's gonna like wear a wig or something that makes him look like that?
Maybe, I don't know. They keep talking about disguises. He has to wear a hat or he's the most recognizable man in America.
Well, they always put crooked glasses on him too,
Yeah,
as if they're trying to disguise Superman.
yeah. Hey, works for Clark Kent. Why not? I do wonder if she like based this off a real celebrity. Like, if this was a real person, who would it be? Like, who is that recognizable that if you saw them immediately, you would be like, oh, that man is famous? Because I was thinking like, Chris Hemsworth,
Yeah, I guess.
but I feel like
It,
his accent would throw some people off.
but it also depends on where they are. They're in his hometown, so that's why people are more keen to recognizing him.
Really? Because, like, when they find out that he's in the hospital, all the news outlets are like, why is he here? Why is he in the middle of nowhere? It doesn't feel like people know that that's his hometown. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. She is. And she's posting on Instagram. Well, okay, we're going to back up real quick. So, our female main character is a bodyguard coming off the worst part of her life.
Yeah,
Her mom,
dies.
yeah,
Cancer, right? I didn't really care enough. Her mom
no,
wasn't in the story.
she was an alcoholic and like had complications from
Oh
that.
hell yeah, party on, bitch. Mom dies that night, or is it? It's the next morning.
It's
Robbie, who
it's the night after her mom's funeral. So her mom's
yeah,
been dead for like a week or so.
yeah. So right after the funeral, Robbie, who obviously, as soon as you hear that name, you understand he's going to be a douchebag. I wrote that right here, and I started twice. He breaks up with her.
Yeah, and it's also implied that he didn't go to any of
No,
the
he did not.
funeral
He wasn't there for her at all. He didn't comfort her. Nothing. He was pretty much. I feel like was like, this isn't worth my time type of thing.
Well, that was a big
It's like,
red
what am I
flag.
gonna do?
That was a big red flag to me because she, it starts off with her, booking a trip to Toledo, Ohio. She bought the plane tickets, non-refundable. Really excited for that to come back up because how does it not?
That's never gonna get brought back
You
up.
don't think so?
No.
I hope the epilogue is her and Jack going to Toledo because they're obviously going to end up together.
You don't know that? We don't know that?
I know that.
What did I wrote?
But anyway.
Yeah.
She makes a comment while he's sitting in the car breaking up with her because she like runs into his place of work, which plot twist is also excuse me. My apologies. Which is also her place of work. You soon find out.
Yes, they both work together. They're both security guards. Well, sorry, not security guards, bodyguards.
Yes.
They are very adamant to point that out at the beginning of the story that people confuse us for security guards all the time.
It feels kind of like when in Parks and Rec somebody asked them if they work for the library. That was the level of offense I feel like she had if someone were to call her a security guard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that.
But he takes her home. he dumps her. And in the car, her inner monologue is like, I had to plan my mom's funeral by myself. I had to zip up my dress before I hosted this party. Excuse me, what? Your shitty boyfriend couldn't even come and zip up your dress?
Oh, boy was busy.
And that's why she's like, she's so shocked. I'm like, I feel like the signs were there.
Yeah, well, as you find out later when she's talking to old girl, she says he's left everybody he's ever been with.
Mm-hmm.
He's always been the breakup-er, never the breakup-y.
Yeah.
So she already knew, like, that's obviously a problem.
And she's like so shocked out of nowhere. And he's like, I mean, we never really liked each other.
Yeah.
What statement to say.
Yeah, we didn't really like each other that much, and we both know this is going nowhere.
Which, like, okay, you really want to put salt in the wound of a breakup?
Yeah.
That's your choice. But you have to work with this person.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe.
But to try and speak for both of you, to be like, oh yeah, we both, and we know this wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, that feels
and
like
this and that.
Feels like a way to not take any responsibility for.
And I'm sure, I think
anything.
Like, you know, it probably won't ever get brought up, but I think that part of the reason that he broke up with her at that time was because he knew that Glenn, the boss, would take her off of the job going to Madrid, and that he would get to go with Taylor. And he was like, you know what? I need to be broken up from her so I can maybe
get with this girl.
Get some
Which
sweet, sweet pussy over in Madrid. That's exactly what Robbie's thinking.
That might be what Robbie's
That's
saying.
exactly what he's thinking. He's like, yeah.
And Taylor happens to be our best friend.
Our FMC BFF.
Just killing it, baby. For our girl Hannah here.
Yeah, and they live next door to each other. Apartments, side by side, share a wall sort of thing. They're, you know, taco nights, sharing clothes,
no, I need
movie nights. What? Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
You're gonna look at me and tell me I'm wrong? Yeah, I wrote former BFF, and then I quoted it.
Yeah, the moment I saw that he was going with Taylor, and she's like, my ex-boyfriend and my best friend, I was like,
yeah. As soon as we were introduced to Taylor, I said, this is most likely Robert's new lover, and then that her and Hannah and Taylor will hate each other before the end of the book. I had a good feeling of that, which it was barely even halfway before they're like, fucking hate you.
Yeah. Is it this one? No. Well, moving forward, her thing is she just doesn't want to be in Texas. She doesn't care where in the world she's at. She just can't be in Texas.
Yeah, she wants to get out on assignment because obviously her mom just died. So she doesn't want to be are they in Austin or Dallas? I forget.
They're in Austin.
Yeah. So she just doesn't want to be in Austin anymore. And then Glenn's like, I got a job for you.
You're going to love it.
Taking care of an A-list celebrity right here in Texas.
Austin, Glenn is the definition of do it for the plot. Like, I know that it's a book.
Glenn's just trying to start shit for fun.
If this was based on a real person, I feel like he's sitting in his office like, what is going to put this office in chaos?
Yeah, Glenn's just doing whatever the hell he can. He's doing the most just
by doing the least, honestly.
He's basically doing it for the vine, just to see what happens.
So she gets put on to Jack's case as his bodyguard because their whole thing is that they're bodyguards that you don't notice. They're so normal looking.
They're discreet. They're not standing right out in front. They're not the brute force bodyguard. They are the assess, stop the threat before it happens.
I am picturing like Criminal Minds behavioral analysis unit, except there's a guy named Doghouse, and I picture him as like Morgan. Like, he's hot. He has to be hot. He's an ex-fireman. He's definitely vibing on our girl Kelly, I think. I don't know if that's gonna anything's gonna come of that. But I think
is
he's
Morgan Shamar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's what I think. But she gets put on the case, and Robbie's like, her? This girl? This gremlin?
This snaggletooth bitch. Look at her. Her knees are knocking together. This crooked ass motherfucker.
The things that he says about this, he comes in from Madrid.
Yeah, that was a 3-week work thing.
Yeah.
So we're like a month out or so from breakup.
Yeah. And Glenn has made it perfectly clear. No one's fucking leaving. They are dying in this job.
Yeah.
Before they leave.
Yeah.
He doesn't care what happened.
Glenn signed up 7 people and he's like, we're never hiring another person into this office. It is us 8 and that's it.
And if you try to leave, you're going to die.
Yeah, it's like he's got them all microchipped and he could just blow them up as soon as they walk out the door. Yeah, he's like, you can't quit. No. I won't let you. And that's it.
Yeah. So her and Robbie are going to have to work together for the foreseeable future. Mm-hmm. And he just comes in choosing violence. Like, I don't care that we dated for a year. Let me tell this entire office of coworkers everything I think is ugly about you. Yeah. And then she is like, you can get fucked. I'll take it. Just to shut you up. I'm going to do this job.
Because he looks at her to say, like, you know, you could never pass for Jack Stapleton's girlfriend. And they always bring up Jack's current girlfriend of Kennedy K.
Yeah.
Who we have no clue what she is except for some Hollywood horror, basically, is all anybody describes her as. But she's
I picture like a young Pamela Anderson because they like talk about Baywatch.
Supposedly like the most beautiful thing in Hollywood right now. So they're all comparing and they're like, "Oh, Hannah, well, you're not Kennedy K. Have you seen her?
Could never.
Look at you. Your teeth are 8 feet apart.
Do you even have teeth?
Like, where's your hair at? You look like you just went through radiation therapy."
And it's so crazy because all I'm picturing is like Leighton Meester's agent being like, all right.
So everybody's going to tell you you're ugly.
The whole movie. And I did tell Jake earlier, I was like, I wonder if they're going to make like Leighton Meester specific, like normal people jabs instead of just like this generic character that nobody knows. Because like Leighton Meester's teeth are perfect. So like, are we going to give her weird teeth or are we just going to pick something else? And whose job is that?
To write the insults?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I feel like I take that personal.
But so she ends up taking the job. She goes to his Airbnb essentially that he's got.
Yeah.
In the city, and she starts immediately assessing all the threats and everything. Like, oh, there's no gate. There's a plant right here in front of this window. Da 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 da. And dude answers the door.
And with no shirt.
Bare belly button.
Can't wait to see that.
But yeah, all I can imagine is the one scene in Supernatural where he's like drinking the demon blood at that point, and he's doing his pull-ups, and then like, and I'm doing my burpees, and it shows. And he drops down off, and he's like standing there, and he's like, you know, he's that scene, because then right after he like holds the money up and acts like she's a hooker. So it's really funny, but it's like that scene. I know that was fake. He was wearing a body cast.
I hope he does again.
Yeah, but like there is what I'm picturing. Like him standing there. There's not going to be that tattoo on him anymore because that wasn't real either. Nothing is.
That's kind of sad.
Nothing is real. Yeah, they were not dedicated enough to get that.
I know, but after 15 seasons, you think maybe they would just get one in, like remembrance?
Well, all 3 of them, they got Jensen, Jared, and Jeffrey. They all 3 got like a little matching tattoo at Jeffrey and Hillary's wedding.
Well, yeah, because they had a tattoo artist.
Yeah, they did like something little. Yeah, they did.
Or like a photo booth. They were like, get a tattoo.
Yeah, because that's awesome.
That is cool.
So, obviously, she starts swooning a little bit, and she's like, wait, I can't do this.
Because we cannot emphasize enough. This is the sexiest man alive.
The sexiest man alive, and she is ogre incarnate. wearing a pantsuit showing up on this man's front porch. Her best pantsuit, mind
with
you.
a silk blouse.
Silk blouse.
Silk
So
blouse.
he's like, wait, you're early. And she's like, in her monologue, I'm not early. I'm here at the exact time. And then he's like, wait, I'm on mountain time. And then he starts talking to him fucking self because she is just so starstruck. Basically, she can't come up with a word because she just saw two man nipples. So
she is very freaked out about his naked body.
She's very.
I mean, I know we're not finished with the book, but like the whole book,
it's gonna get
like, whoa.
It's gonna get weird. There's got to be when they finally have sex, she's going to probably run a finger down the middle and then cross each ab. All 8 of them. They're going. Guarantee they're going to be very specific that there's 8 of them. There's not just 6. There's 8.
Yeah.
Because he has such a long torso, the abs just keep going down.
You know what?
His cock is covered in abs.
I'm picturing this scene from Crazy Stupid Love where Emma Stone walks in and she's like, take your shirt off, talking to Ryan Gosling, and she's like, what is this? What? I can't take my clothes. She's like, you're next. She's like, I can't get naked around this. Look at you. It's airbrushed.
I haven't actually seen that whole movie.
You haven't? Oh my god, we're
I don't think I probably have at some point. But yes, I know who's in it.
Oh, I love that movie.
Could you imagine? I know who's in the movie.
I know.
I'm so sorry that I haven't seen it.
It's so
but I know people that are in the film. I've seen so many clips of it. I knew exactly what you were talking about without watching the movie. So
that's honestly like the vibe of this whole book, I feel like.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
This part I thought was hilarious because they walk into the house and he's just talking to a brick wall and she's just drool going into the house and he's like, and he's talking. He's like, well, you got to let me know if there's anything that you need. And he reaches down like under the sink and pulls out a basket and sits it on the counter full of cleaning supplies. And like at first I'm like, does he really think that this bodyguard is going to be cleaning his house? And then I'm like, wait a second, no.
And that is what it takes to like snap her back into reality. And she's like, why are you giving me this? He's like, well, because you're at the same time, like she says bodyguard.
Well, she says executive protection specialist.
That is true. She does.
And he says cleaning lady. I don't know if you could have made up any different words for that portion just to be like, there you go.
Oh, but that part was funny. And then he my favorite part is he then is like, oh, and walks her out of the house.
Well, because he thinks she's lying.
I know he does.
Because he thinks that she's another stalker.
Right. But like, if you're that concerned about a stalker, you didn't look at this woman's outfit and thought
he was expecting the cleaning lady.
I know.
We've kind of established that he's just a hard body.
He's just a man.
Yes, he's just a boy.
Mm-hmm.
So at that moment I wrote down that he's kind of sexist.
Well, I just thought he was kind of dumb. Moment.
But then that's when after he finds out that she is the security guard, he's like, who are you going to protect me from? You're so little.
I know this part. I hope this part is in the movie. I don't know.
It has to be.
It has to be
because that's going to be a very driving point of the film. It's a driving point of the book to where he trusts her.
Yeah,
that's what's happening right there. Is that there's that moment of trust where he's like, wait, okay, I guess a bodyguard isn't that bad when she can flip me over her fucking body when I'm twice her size.
Yeah, she dislocates his shoulder.
Yeah. She hip checks him and throws him.
Yeah. And I'm just saying, it's one thing to visualize it because she's what? Like, she says she's 5'6". She's really 5'5".
She's 5'6". He's 6'3".
But she like says 5. I caught this because like as a short person, I do this all the time.
Yeah, she says 5'6", but she's 5'5".
Yeah.
Yes.
But like, it's
just
one
like
thing.
I'm 6'4", but I'm actually 5'9".
Shut up. No, you are not. You are legit.
The screen adds 7 inches.
No, it does not. I'm sorry. I thought I heard our child. Pause, please.
32 minutes ago, he moved.
But like to actually see a person that's 5'5" 5, because Leighton Meester's probably around that size. And then, like, to see how massive Jared Padalecki is, like, to see him get flipped by her is going to be so entertaining, and I can't wait. Like, that's just not something you see every day, and I can't wait to see it. But my favorite part of that is he's like, "You can't do anything. You're so tiny." It's like
Yeah.
he's like
He's like, "You're
egging her
tiny."
on. He's like, "Teeny tiny little
Yeah.
baby. What are you gonna do?"
He's like, "You're tiny," and that whole time he's like just slowly walking away from her a little bit,
Yeah.
just to try and egg her on, and he's like, I'm gonna run at you."
And she's like, "Don't do this. This is a bad
He
idea."
takes off on a full fucking sprint, and she just grabs him by the arm and just goes,
I know. And he's like, "Oh my god, my shoulder hurts. That was so awesome."
and he lays on his back. He's like, "You're hired."
She's like, "Already was hired."
As if she just concussed the man, and now he's crazy as shit.
I know. He had one of the best lines though. Is like, "You're hired," and she's like, "I already was." He's like, "You're double hired, triple hired. You're hired for infinity." He's like, "You're so hired. You could never be fired." So really enjoyed that part as a whole. And then one of my favorite parts comes like almost immediately after that, because she goes back to work and is like, "Okay, I'll babysit the hot guy, I guess. You guys have twisted my arm. He's fine." And then Robbie's like, on his some shit again, and is like, "You can't do this. You're idiots."
You're a bad kisser.
Yeah. Like anything and everything.
And he calls her a workaholic.
Yeah.
And then she, in her inner monologue, gets physically like, "How the fuck is he gonna call me a workaholic?"
We met at work.
Yeah. She's like, "What?" She's like, "I can take being called a bad kisser, but a workaholic?"
Cross the fucking line. And then she like grabs him out of their meeting, pulls him into the hallway. And this is when I was like, "Oh, I love this office," because everybody in the office is like hiding behind a singular plant in the like atrium or whatever you would call that in an office, watching them, including Glenn, because Glenn is here for the drama, and he's like, "Yes, I was waiting for this." And then as she has like her finger on Robbie's forehead,
poking him,
she's like, "What is your tiny little pea brain fucking problem, you idiot?" In walks Jake. Like, "Are you bullying this coworker?"
Jack,
sorry.
But yeah, and he's like, "Are you bullying that coworker?"
And she's like, "What are you doing here?" Does not address that. I listened back to this and I realize now that the narrator played it a lot more earnest. But when I first read this scene, I pictured this as this like over the top, him coming in and being like, "Are you bullying that coworker?" And she being like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "Hannah, I need you." Like all dramatic and like over the top. And I realized when I listened back, that's not how.
He's one of the best actors in the States, is what they consider. So why would he act like that?
Because it would make her uncomfortable. I feel like if he was over the top about it, like, "Hannah, I need you."
Yeah, but I don't think at that point he knew enough about her to be like, "Oh, let me try and make her uncomfortable."
Yeah.
I don't think he would have.
I think he fell in love with her the minute she walked. Like the minute she flipped him.
Yeah, but he still doesn't know her.
No, I know. But I feel like we're gonna find out that the minute she flipped him on his shoulder he's gonna be like, "That's the minute I fell in love with you."
Maybe.
But he like gets down on his knees and is like, "Hannah, will you please be?"
He's begging her to take the job.
And Robbie's just standing there like a moron.
Well, because we didn't mention he wants her to be his fake girlfriend.
Yeah, nobody told her about that.
Yeah, that's the plan. This is a fake dating. So he wants her so that she can be his security detail around his family, because that's why he's in town.
Yes.
His mommy is sick.
And I will say, I don't know if you've caught this. They have said at least 3 times. This is the first time when he tells her at the house that he needs her to be his fake girlfriend, and she's like, "Nobody's going to believe this." He goes, "Yes, they would. You're exactly my type."
Yeah.
That's the first time. And he says it at least 3 more times after that. And I'm like, "Girlfriend, why are we still questioning? This man is clearly in love with you."
Yeah.
But
that's because they think he's lying and saying that.
Yeah, they think
because he's been dating the top models of Hollywood for so many years, because that's the persona that he's putting on. As he says later on, he was getting a little narcissistic, so that's why he backed up and he felt like he needed to find himself.
Yeah. Oh,
which is
I think this is leading to my next favorite part. So they do that. She takes the job. She's like, okay, get off your knees. Like, I will be your fake girlfriend. It's fine. And then she has to take him to the hospital. His mom has surgery. Is it when they're coming back that she goes to his house and sees Robbie and Taylor, or is that later?
That's later on when they're at the house. But I mean, you can
Yeah, so like
jump to it. Like we can say whatever we want.
Yeah, so like
This
the plot moves along. Plot moves along. Yeah.
Things happened.
Jack's mom had surgery. It went great. A lot of tension between the brothers because you meet his brother for the first. Oh, actually, before we get to
brother
this,
Hank.
His brother Hank.
They live on a farm.
Oh,
they have a ranch.
Did you catch
Huge
the acreage?
Ranch.
I think it was like 500 acres.
Yeah. Okay. So large ranch.
That's an insane amount of land.
Yeah.
When does it become a ranch and not a farm?
When you want to call it that?
Oh, I didn't know if there was like an acreage.
I don't know. When you got a bunch of cowboys running around trying to kiss each other. I don't know. Brooke probably is reading that book right now. We can watch Brokeback Mountain tomorrow.
I'm not a Jake Gyllenhaal fan, but if you want to, we
Cowboys can. Making love. Anne Hathaway's in it.
Oh, maybe. Anywho, so his mom does great from surgery. The whole point of the fake dating is they can't stress her out because that could cause some like negative repercussions in her healing. She could, because she's so stressed. All goes well. Him and Hank don't kill each other at the hospital.
And that was supposed to be it.
That was supposed
to be it.
And then
Mommy Dearest
says, well, he was going to stay for the radiation still, wasn't he?
Hank did not want him to. Hank wants him to leave.
Immediately.
Hank is his brother.
Hank wanted him to leave yesterday.
Hank the hound dog. Hank does not want him there at all.
Yeah.
Hank despises him. His mom, their mom, continuously forgives Jack for what Hank will not forgive him for.
Right, and we'll get into that later.
So the mom says, well, my dying wish. She's like, because I don't know how many more of these years I got left in me. Okay. It's like, I might just go out tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So her whole thing is, I want Jack to come stay at the ranch until Thanksgiving.
Which is 4 weeks away.
4 weeks.
4 weeks away. And at which point, Hannah loses her shit. She's like, I can't do this for 4 weeks. And not only does she want him to stay in Austin for 4 weeks, she wants him to stay at the ranch.
Yes, at the house.
Which means Hannah has to stay
in his childhood bedroom. Mm-hmm. Yes. And that's the other stipulation, is that the mom wants Hannah to be there. Hank does not.
And Hank doesn't live
Hank
there.
does not live there.
But he runs the ranch.
But later on, when they're fighting, the mom says, Hank, you know what? I want you to stay here now. You have until tonight to get your shit into this house. You're staying here until Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because you two are either figuring your shit out or dying. I don't care which one it is. Honestly,
which I thought was so wild, because she's like, yeah, you're either going to figure it out or you're going to kill each other to do it. And it's like, is this not like, the whole reason your one son hates your other one is because they say that he killed your son.
Yeah.
And you're just going to be like, fault. You know what? You're going to kill each other.
So she's obviously upset. She doesn't even want to be in Texas. And now she's got to go stay on a ranch.
Hannah, yes.
Hannah.
Got to use names.
Sorry, Hannah. FMC. She is already pissed that she's in Austin. Now she has to move into a ranch and get to know this family. And she's like, I can't do this. I'm not an actress. And they go back to...
So since she's not an actress, Jack starts landing on...
Thick. Well, before he has to convince her that she's doing this. He's like, Hannah, I need you. You have to come to this. And she's overwhelmed and she's stressed and she's like, okay, I'll think about it. But it's like their last night in his Airbnb home. She's checking the security cameras before she goes home for the night, before they have to move to like the ranch, basically, or pretty close to that. And she sees Bobby, not Bobby, his name is Robbie. She sees Robbie and Taylor on this. They come in and they're like, oh, we need to do a security check, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, Robbie, you're not even on this case. Why are you here? And he's like, because I'm here. She's like, I hate you. They go away. She's watching the security camera because that's her job. And then she sees Robbie and Taylor in a weird little corner, and she's like, let me zoom in on that. They're making out.
Giving each other tongue baths.
And she loses it. She starts crying, doesn't know what to do. And my favorite part was that Jack goes, they should probably get fired for that, huh? Like joking. And then he walks in the room and realizes she's crying and is like, I'm sorry, are you okay? Like, what is going on? And she's like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Because Jack doesn't fully understand the situation in that moment.
He has no idea.
Yeah.
And he's like, tell me that guy's not your boyfriend. And she's like,
he was.
He's not anymore. And he's just like, Hannah, what are we doing?
Baby girl.
Baby girl. So she's upset. She doesn't tell them that she knows. It's like that scene in Friends. Like, they don't know that we know that they know.
She's holding on to this for a little bit.
So she's like trying to walk to her car, tears rolling down her face. And Robbie's like, hey, let me talk to you for a minute. She's like, nope, get away from me. And he's like, no, I need to talk to you. And she's like, I don't want to talk to you. And then my favorite quote, Jack sneaks out behind and goes, she's pretty tired, Bobby.
Bobby.
Bobby Newport. He's sideways against him. So he like pulls her in for a little hug. And then Robbie's like, it's Robbie. Nobody gives a shit, Robbie. Everyone hates you.
Yeah. And then
this is my favorite. I'm getting the vibe like she really wants to go home right now. Jack went on. Maybe it's from the words she's saying. Just like, oh God, I love that. Like, it's not touch her and you'll die, but it's very close.
Yeah.
It's which is like a very.
Yeah, he put Bobby in his place right there.
He did. And he's like, Bobby, get the fuck out. And then, a couple chapters later, Hannah finally caves and tells Taylor, hey, bitch, I know you fucked my boyfriend. And Taylor's response is, first, sorry, which solid start. And then she goes, well, you guys weren't really dating.
Yeah, she said, we didn't cheat. You were broken up.
And I would like to clarify for those listening that Hannah makes a comment multiple times throughout this book that she called Taylor every single night crying over this man. Meanwhile, Taylor's like, oh, that's so sad, hangs up and goes and fucks him. Like, what are we talking about?
She probably had his dick in her mouth while they were on the phone. You hear the girl go, yeah.
Stop it. No.
Yeah.
And this is the part that killed me. She's talking to Taylor and she says, you gave up every movie night, every Margarita Friday, every goofy GIF exchange, every sleepover, every Valentine's Day, every fantasy road trip.
How long this list was.
Every hug, every atom of admiration, warmth, and affection you could ever have with me. You gave it up. You gave up borrowing jeans with rainbow pockets. You gave up book recommendations, homemade birthday cards, and late night tacos. And you gave it up. You gave up the best next door neighbor ever. Which that's when you find out they live next to each other. All for a man. You gave that all up for a boy who dated your best friend and dumped her the day after her mom's funeral.
Named Robbie as well.
Right, yeah. Like, what kind of name is that?
Terrible name.
Oh, that made me so mad. And then Taylor has the audacity to be like, we're not best friends.
Yeah, we're never best friends. Yeah, we are work friends.
Work friends?
I don't love you anymore. And yeah, she has the audacity to tell her, like, Robbie never loved you.
Yeah.
You weren't in love. You never let him love you. He tried. You need to look in the mirror and see what you did to poor Robbie.
Right. And like, even if this is your work friend, This is a woman you've spent clearly tons of time with, even as a work acquaintance. That's a lot of time to
all of those things. That's
all
not
of
a
those
that's not a
things.
work friend
It's
thing.
first of all not a work friend. Second of all, like that's a friend. But you've spent enough time with this woman that you're just gonna take this. He better look like Ryan Gosling in the movie. Like there's no you know it'd be worth it.
It'd be hilarious just to have.
You know
I
what?
feel like that would be something Ryan Gosling would do. Just play like a minor side character, just to like make some jabs at people, just for the humor of the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, I would be here for it.
He's probably busy in space though, on Project Hail Mary.
Probably. And then this is when you find out, Taylor's like, he never loved you, murmur. This is when you find out that he's never made it work with anybody. Which, to be fair, that's kind of how relationships work. Like, it never works out until it does forever. But the fact that he has never been dumped, he's only ever left.
He's been the dumper.
He's the person that leaves.
Big dumper.
When things get hard, he bolts. Even when things aren't that hard, he's out. He
When things get hard, you got to beat it.
So, yeah, that scene hurt. That hurt me because I was just like, "What are you doing?"
Getting close on time. We could always just cut it. We could just pick a good stopping point, like talking about that breakup there, the friend breakup, and then we can start back up at the house again. Because I mean that's close to half, if not a little bit more.
Yeah,
we can't squeeze in the rest of what we need to talk about in another 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, because I have a lot of thoughts on this brother fight. The minute they get in.
So yeah, we have we'll take
I'll
the
star
break.
this. I'll star this. This is where we start next time. Page 117. I'm gonna write that down.
We'll take our break. We'll take our leave and go. We can talk a couple minutes of if there's anything else in life right now. We
started watching Bridgerton.
Rewatching, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen basically the entire first season, most of the second season, and the majority of the third season as well. I read the first 3 books, so I read Daphne, Antony, and Benedict. I did not read Colin and Penelope because at the time that I was reading them, it was during their season, so I could not get it from the library. So I didn't listen.
You want to talk about casting? That's perfect. Those two.
There are 9 Bridgertons.
Honestly, all of them. But Penelope and Colin.
Yeah.
I don't love the way Luke Newton is portrayed, but I don't think that's a him thing. I think that's a writing thing. And I just
You mean how Colin is portrayed in the show, not Luke Newton?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I don't think it's a choice that he made. I think it's a choice that the writers made. Because you see it a lot in season 1. They like played him so sensitive and earnest, and like that's just not Colin from the books, in my opinion. Yeah. I feel like he gets that way in the third book.
In the first season, he's not going to have any say. None of those people had any star power.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think it was like an acting choice to like play things earnestly. I think that was the dialogue that he was given, and I feel like that was a disservice to Colin as a character, but I think he does amazing.
Yeah, he doesn't get as much in the first season comic relief like he does in the books.
Mm-hmm. He's hilarious
because he's the goofball.
Yeah.
And then he goes out and just starts fucking a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, but all the Bridgertons
boys do. As Antony said in this first one, he's like, this is what you get for not going out and sowing your wild oats, boy.
Oh, I know. That pissed me off.
And that's right there. That's when you know. If you haven't read or watched any of it, that's when you know it's like, okay, next season, he's hoeing it up. He's dipping his wick in anything that moves in another country because he leaves.
Yeah, he's not in the whole
He's gone for a while. Mm-hmm. Luke was not contracted for 8 episodes.
No, he was not.
He was busy doing God knows what. Maybe just looking sexy as hell.
Mm-hmm. Figuring out what that haircut was going to be for his season.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're doing that. I'm gonna make you a little book pouch.
Oh, I was like, I don't know what you're gonna make me. I don't know what's going on. Yes, for my small books.
Yes, but
for my tiny books.
Fabric to get in.
Yes.
So
for my tiny books. I keep buying more things for notebooks.
Yes. You have a notebook
I'm slutting up my notebooks this year.
You know what?
I've got an insert for everything that I
I
need.
feel like for your birthday this year, maybe we should just take you to like a stationery store. I feel like get you some nice highlighters,
Oh,
some special
I did
pens.
order a leather one of these pouches here.
Ooh.
So it's going to be much nicer. It's going to have a full zipper on it, and then the other side's going to have like actual card slots and a like nice solid machinery for that.
You did make the cutest little wallet size pictures of our baby.
I did, yes. Because I wanted pictures of you and the baby in my notebook. So I just made them the same way I make my magic proxies.
Yeah.
I make my own magic cards to play with. So I just cut these the exact same way.
Mm-hmm.
And it was perfect. And he carries yours around the house and stares at himself.
I know. I really need to get him like a little Sebastian proof photo album. That's gonna be the hard part, and just put pictures of us and him in them, and just let him flip through it like he does, because this kid loves looking at himself.
Look at this bad boy.
That is thick.
It's one of these nice refillable ones. So
That's what I'm talking about. I think you would love a stationery
I've got
store.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inserts now. I've decided I'm not going to use Goodreads as much this year. So I'm going to use this notebook, my back insert that I just got here, this blank paper right here. Blank paper.
Stop it. Jacob. Oh my god.
Use that. And I wrote out in alphabetical order a bunch of the books that I want to either look into getting or read at some point on this. So like I have like a little physical TBR on these pages and this little fella. So we're going all analog this year, baby. Except for the podcast. That's got to stay online. But social media is terrible. I hate the internet. I want to be in my notebook.
Okay. Oh, I will say, what's today?
I don't know. I also got a larger leather journal because this fine lady across the table bought me some A5 size paper notebooks. So I need a nice leather journal for that. So bought a new one of those to put those inserts in. So I've got that. My wallet's also a notebook. And then I got all the little notebooks.
Must be so nice to have pockets to put all these things in.
This doesn't fit in my pocket. I carry a bag. I put these in my bag.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I gotta start sketching. I gotta just doodle.
Do it.
I gotta be a doodler. I'm gonna start doodling.
Doodle.
I'm gonna start doodling.
Friday, so
this Friday, nice.
Yeah, a week from today. Yep. So, people, check on me.
Yep. I randomly became obsessed with building our Lorcana decks again, as if we're ever going to play it. Who knows?
Play it. When you finish, we'll play.
Well, I've got the first 2 done.
Aren't they both mine?
No, that one.
Got one for you.
That one was mine.
All right.
I'm going to build you another one because I'm only been working on one for myself, so it's ridiculously overpowered. So I mean, you could play mine if you'd rather, but you could play that one, and I could play the other one.
You, honestly.
But I'm gonna want to make you a Rapunzel deck, so I gotta find a good copy of that. And the good thing with those are the majority of those cards online are like a penny.
Nice.
So I can buy them all because the proxy community is not geared towards anything except for Magic. So I cannot print high quality fake cards at my house unless they're Magic cards. So luckily, Lorcana is very, very cheap, except for a few cards, which those ones, if I wanted, I'd print them. But majority of them I can buy them all online for like a penny to 10 cents. So I can build you. There's decks online that are full decks for like $8.
Nice.
You can just get the whole thing. So yeah. Anything else? Closing remarks? I'm gonna take that as a no.
I don't think so.
All right. This episode was brought to you by us.
Thanks for joining us.
TBR Together. It is a sponsor, not a sponsor. TBR Together. We are a sponsor, paid by us, and equipment that I already had in the house.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks for joining us. Be on the lookout for part 2 of The Bodyguard next week. Who knows if that will be the final part? It might end up being part 3.
100 pages, because it's basically what we got through today.
Might end up being part 3 after that, and then we'll spin the wheel again.
Yes. Sounds good.
Bye.
Bye.